What's up? It's been a while since I made a video. I feel like I say that every time I make a video. Oh well. School started today, and today I kind of noticed that I've been taking a few steps backwards instead of forwards, like I should be doing. I've been kind of down lately. Have no idea why. I just kind of been numb. And today was the first day of school. Went to class, and I always have a tendency to sit somewhere where I can see everything that's going on, plus seeing the door. So I've been trying to break that habit. And today I did the exact same thing. I sat into a place where I saw the whole classroom, I saw the door, and I'm just like, oh man, I'm doing it again. Um, but that's kind of what I wanted to talk about right now, like recognizing when you're making progress, and also recognizing when you're deviating from that, when you're kind of taking steps backwards. I know sometimes when we're dealing with depression and anxiety, we tend to isolate. That's what I do. That's my go-to for everything. I isolate. I don't talk to anyone unless I really have to. And so I've been doing that a lot lately too. And I call it relaxing, I just need some time for myself. There's a difference. There really is. Um, there's isolation to where, yeah, you are relaxing. You don't want to be bothered and you just want to take some time for yourself to refresh yourself. You're always giving, always doing. You just want to take time to refresh. And then there's isolation to where all right, well, I'm feeling this way. For me, I know I'm gonna have bad thoughts, and I'm just not gonna talk to anybody about it. I'm just gonna kind of suppress it. I don't make videos. I don't talk about what I'm dealing with for people to feel sorry for me. It's more of for me to get it off my chest, and maybe somebody else will hear it, and maybe they'll start being okay with talking and communicating about it. Not everything is for people to be like, oh man, that's pretty sad. Are you okay? Sometimes we just want to say stuff like it happens. I remember telling the story about my brother committing suicide, and someone's like, oh man, like that's really sad. Yeah, well, his memory lives on, and me telling that story also brings up good memories. So it's helpful for me. I'm not saying that that works for everyone, but sometimes just communicating and having normal conversations about things kind of helps. So I definitely want to encourage people to do stuff like that. And also, like if your friends are dealing with depression or anxiety, you don't have to go directly into that. Oh, well, why are you sad? I don't know, I'm just sad. Like, well, you should know why you're sad. Yeah, well, I don't. So something like that. Sometimes sometimes those people. I know for myself, I just want to talk to my boys. I don't want to talk about what's going on. I just kind of want to talk like everything's fine. I want to be treated normal. And then there are going to be some days where I'm like, yo, I really want to talk about this. Um, if you're that friend, just make sure, like, hey, man, I'll talk to you about it to an extent, or I won't talk to you about it, or I will talk to you about it, whatever the case may be. Just be straightforward and verbal with that person. Something else I kind of been dealing with is my anxiety. Going to school, gym, even with work, I kind of freak out a little bit. But I started recognizing my progress and was like, hey, you know what? You've been doing this for a while. Um, you're fine. You're in a good place. You're in a safe place. Nothing's going to happen here. You're in control. Celebrating those small victories, like, hey, you did this yesterday. You were fine. You're doing this today. You're doing it now. You've been here for a while. You're good. Like celebrating stuff like that, talking to yourself, kind of helps as well for me. And just dealing with that and just processing everything. I know that was a big thing my counselor and I have been working on, processing things. If I feel sad, why do you feel sad? Oh, I feel sad for A, B, and C. All right, well, what's in your control? What can you do to get out of this mood? Who can you talk to right now? What can you do? Doing those things repetitively and just constantly, all the time. I mean, I'll be riding my motorcycle or something like that. And I'm just like, man, I'm not in a good mood. Why not? You're on your motorcycle, like one of the things that I absolutely love. Why aren't you in a good mood? I don't know. All right, well, you have no justification to be sad right now. Enjoy the moment and then move forward. Um, Definitely easier said than done. Another thing is, for some reason, insecurities about my body. No idea where it comes from, where it stems from, but it's there. Slowly building that self-esteem and that confidence up as well. That's, I mean, making these videos, posting pictures, stuff like that does help. There is some criticism. Don't give a shit. But that's something that we have to learn to deal with, and we have to learn to accept. Not everything's going to go the way that we want to. And that's kind of the deal with depression and anxiety. Things aren't always going to be easy for us. It's going to be tough, but in order to get over that, we have to accept, hey, we're going to have good days, we're going to have bad days, but we have to keep pushing forward. Most important thing, we have to keep pushing forward. If we don't, if we let depression win, everybody loses. Everybody, friends, family, associates, people who you had an impact on that you had no idea about. You know, everyone loses in that scenario. What else have I been dealing with? Been worrying about a lot about things that aren't in my control. And I'm getting better about it, but it still happens. And I kind of let that put me into certain moods. I let other things kind of affect how I'm going to feel that day. And that's something I have to learn to stop doing. And saying in all these videos, Jesus. But that's kind of the things I wanted to touch on today. I mean, I'm not feeling super chipper today. I'm kind of down. I don't know why. Kind of feeling alone. I mean, the only thing that I'm going to do is after this video, I'm probably going to hit up some of my boys and be like, yo, feeling alone and kind of talk. But I mean, surrounding myself with good people, having family members that are supportive and friends. I mean, I don't have family here where I'm at. And so my friends have been a big support group. Got a couple of them here that know everything and anything about me. And I can just hit them up, be like, yo, feeling depressed, but I don't want to leave the house. And then I'll get a text back or a call, hey, we're on our way. We'll either hang out here or they'll force me to get out. Find people like that who want to see you succeed, who want better for you, and who want to kind of take that load off of you, kind of make things a little bit easier for you, man. Like that changes everything in an instant, you know, like even if I don't want to go out, just being around them, watching them have a good time, watching them laugh, you know, like I can still be sad, but at the same time, me forcing myself to get out of the house that's like the beginning of pulling myself out of that mood. I'm a photographer in my spare time. So like by getting out of the house, I get to see different things and I'm like, oh man, that's cool. I could take a really good picture there, or I can do this. Oh man, I have a vision for that. And so I'm already thinking about other things versus thinking about, oh, I'm depressed, oh, I'm sad, or I'm anxious or something like that. So that's also a good thing. I mean, if you don't have a good friend group, be that friend. No matter what you're going through, it takes nothing to be a good person and to just be like, all right, project good energy out into the world, which in turns will bring good energy to you, I feel. I mean, I know I used to be a negative person. And as soon as I kind of put everything behind me, stop like allowing other things to dictate how I was, I started getting better. I started seeing the beauty in things. I started seeing the positive stuff more often than not. I started celebrating me and what I was doing. All right, yeah, I've been making great progress. Like, yeah, you're not a loser. You're not a failure. You're not ugly. You're not this. You're not that. So just kind of like when you can kind of build yourself up every day. Every day I kind of tell myself 3 good things that I like about myself, 3 things that I want to do that day, and just kind of keep that flowing, and it makes all the difference. Just being a good person, not only for other people, but also for yourself. And then, like good people will come to you, and that's kind of how I met my friends. We all like knew a bunch of people, but now it's just down to like the 4 of us, I think. And it's just all because that energy, that positive energy, I wanted to be around people who wanted to see me win. I wanted to be around people who were genuinely happy, and who can like be like, hey man, like I know you're down right now, but let's go do something. Like let's not think about that. Let's think about the good stuff, and yeah, we're gonna have those days where it's like, yo, I can't get it off my mind. That's all I'm thinking about it. Talk, talk, talk. I make these videos because me talking to a camera, to people I probably will never see or people I have seen before in my life, me doing that helps. It helps me get it off of my chest. Holding things in only makes things worse. Even if I tell my friends, hey man, I'm feeling like this, I'm having suicidal thoughts, or I'm dealing with this, I'm dealing with that, I'm depressed. They can tell me, I don't know what to tell you, man. But majority of the time, my friends hit me with a text right after that. Like, I don't know what to tell you about that, but I can tell you that you're a good person. I can tell you that how much I appreciate having you in my life, and all the good things that I've done. They remind me of that. They keep reminding me of that. And they also hold me accountable too. Hey, you don't have a reason to be sad right now. You're getting sad for nothing, or let it go, or something like that. I know sometimes we don't want to hear let it go, especially with me, my nightmares, my PTSD, stuff like that. Some of those things I can't let go. But hearing that, like, let it go. Like, all right. They're not saying let go of your memories or let go of stuff like that. They're saying, hey, I understand you're dealing with this right now, but we need to move forward. You have to move forward. Take one step forward. And that's kind of what they remind me every day. So if you can, if you're feeling depressed or you're feeling down, I mean, it's okay for a moment, but you gotta get back up. You gotta keep fighting. Don't do things for other people. Do it for yourself. Save yourself, and communicate. One of the things I know when I get depressed, whole voice should have changed. But one of the things I know when I get depressed or I'm sad, I don't want to communicate. And it's hard to communicate kind of what you're dealing with, but I'll just like, hey, yeah, what's up, whatever, yada, yada, yada. I won't go into what's going on or nothing like that. I'll just try and force myself to have a general conversation about what's going on, try and force some laughs from myself here and there. I like to look at pictures of things I know, like I had a good time or remember nights vividly. I'll look at those pictures and I'll just kind of smile, and whatever the case may be. The gym helps me a lot. I have a punching bag that helps me a lot, and I read a lot, and I write in a journal. Sometimes you don't want to say stuff to people, put it on paper, write it in a journal. That also helps me keep track of my progress. Like, oh man, I remember a couple years ago I was feeling this way. I'm doing good now, and that kind of helps you as well. So hope this video kind of shed some light on some things. Hopefully it helps you. If not, I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. But like I said, these videos are for me. It's not for anyone else. If you don't like it, I don't give a shit. Peace.